Nepal, a landlocked country between India and China, lay a beautiful mountainous landscape. It has a land size of 56,827 square miles and experiences a tropical climate with temperatures and rainfall varying according to the altitude. On the outskirts of Kathmandu Valley, there are hundreds of terraces where villagers grow their crops such as rice, wheat, as well as corn. Villagers rear livestock such as cows, goats and chickens to sell off to the market, but before selling their livestock, most of the meat or meat byproducts are consumed first. As Nepal is still a third world country, 65.6% of Nepalese depend on subsistence farming for a livelihood, which means that they consume any crops they grow. However, any extra crops are sold in the market to make extra profit. Due to global warming, the harvest of crops every year is declining, making their lives much more difficult. Before 1990, Nepal was under absolute monarchy ruled by King Birendra until he agreed to reform by creating a parliamentary monarchy, making Nepal a republic country. This meant that the king would be the head of the state, which is the president of Nepal, then Pushpa Kamal Dahal. However, he was soon sacked 1 year later by Army Chief Rukmangut Katwal due to some internal conflicts. The current president now is President Ram Baran Yadav.
In Nepal, majority of the people, around 80%, believe in Hinduism. The other 20% is made up of people believing in Buddhism, Islam and Christianity, categorized in descending order. Nepal have several cults, gods and goddesses such as Kumari, which coexist with the major religions. In its long cultural history, Nepal has always remained a land of religious harmony. Cows are sacred animals, and festivals such as Darshan and Gundla are celebrated in the country. 40% of the population is illiterate, and the average household has 3 to 4 children. Farms are built with only one house. When the sons of the family get married, another house is built for them to live in the same compound. This continues for each son, extending the farmland. Most families are trying to grow cash crops to improve their livelihood. Children also help with the farm work in whatever way they can to lighten the parents' burden.
Poverty in Nepal is widespread around the country. As a result, slums are seen throughout the city and outskirts, and overall sanitation is poor. Despite some progress in poverty reduction in recent years, Nepal still remains one of the world's poorest nations. Over 30% of Nepalese live below the poverty line of $12 per person per month. Factors that affect poverty in Nepal are the rugged terrain, which makes it difficult for promoting economic activity and delivering services. These areas are also physically isolated, with poor communications and infrastructure, and they are ecologically fragile.
Another one of the challenges that Nepal faces is political instability. Due to strong conflict between the two political parties, strikes occur frequently. This is a problem that is not easily solved. Because of the political strikes, the opposition leaders called a countrywide shutdown, forcing shops to close, crippling transport, and sparking violence. Many protesters blocked off roads with themselves or barricades and crowd outside government buildings. This political strike aimed to get something from the government, such as money, or simply because they felt unhappy with how they were treated.
Nepal is filled with many geographical wonders such as Mount Everest. Thus, tourism can be implemented to increase the influx of money into the country via foreigners travelling to Nepal to do things such as hiking. The money could be used to jumpstart Nepal out of its poverty with the use of better agriculture, infrastructure and healthcare. Education is key to help pull Nepal out of poverty. With the money earned from other industries, the government can provide a better education for the young people in Nepal. This will ensure their future and decrease the unemployment rate. Once they grow older, they can be more independent and not have to rely on the government's welfare or subsidy funds, which could be spent on other departments. With this all, it will help pull Nepal out of poverty, making it a more developed country.
Other countries can put in sanctions to deter Nepal's government from doing the wrong thing. To encourage Nepal, they also can donate money or deploy people.
After some discussion, I conclude that education is the most sustainable course of action to Nepal's various needs and problems. This will guarantee and secure the future of the country as the leaders of tomorrow are made today. Furthermore, education will pull Nepal out of poverty as the unemployment rate will drop significantly when people get more qualifications. Political stability is ensured as future leaders would understand the need for a peaceful and stable country, thus aiming to improve it.